I am Lloyd Pearson Jr. and I was raised in Jacksonville. This is my home. I worked in the postal service for 34 years, and I've been retired 44. Yeah, black history is very important because, see, many things were done when we were in slavery to keep us ignorant as much as possible. We were kept away from our history and whatnot. And they did many things to make us feel we were nothing. Really proved that we were as good as anybody. I said, be careful, I would say we're better. They would say we're good as anybody. I registered when I was 21 in 1942. And I voted the first time, but see, we could only vote for Republicans. Before we could vote as Democrats, those candidates would use the N-word in campaigning. And nothing we could do about it because we couldn't vote against them. But when we started voting Democrat, that N-word went out of the window for his campaign. It still was out there, but they didn't use it as fluent. See, voting is get you to the promised land almost with your family if enough people vote. The first day I registered was on the corner of King Road and Myrtle Avenue at the old daylight grocery. I registered 40 people. And my heart just, because see, back before that time, before they passed that law, you had to pick people up and not going to pick them up and carry them down and register. And that took a long time to register just a few people. But when they let you bring the material on the street, and I registered 40 people in that one city, that did something to me. We are living in a system where voting is the key to your better lifestyle, because most people who do things in the community have to be elected. For example, when you have trouble with school board members are elected. When you want better taxes, the tax collectors, they're elected, you see. When you want better police treatment, you deal with the sheriff. He's elected. Another thing we got to learn, it's more important to vote for the people that are around you than to vote for the president. It's important to vote for the president. Some people we try heavy when the president runs, and then stay home half of us when the locals run. And that's the biggest mistake we can make, because the people who control you are elected, and they have a tendency to respond more to people who are voted to have us. James Weldon Johnson, when he was the national secretary, they sent him down to Memphis to visit a spot where the greatest number of white people turned out to that lynching. They ever turned out 5,000 people gathered for this lynching. His first name was Lloyd Pearson. They tied him to a stake, piled a cordwood up around him, and lit it while he was alive. He burned to death. And when the fire died down, some of the white men complained that it didn't last long enough. Oh, boy. And some of them scrambled in the ashes to get bits of his bones as a souvenir before the ashes could cool off good. And James Weldon Johnson said this statement. He made the statement at that lynching, when he looked and saw when he went down after it was all over. He said that white people and black people, we need to rise up and save black men's lives and white men's souls. Wow.
It's powerful.
I'll be my greatest enjoyment of participating in civil rights struggles, marches. Because I was in a march on Washington Street. So yes, my greatest thing is getting people to participate and be aware of what's going on and be involved.